When chemist Carl Jobst started testing for toxic chemicals, he had no idea how far the trail would lead him.
And this is essentially industrial wastewater that's being discharged from the airport.
Just on the other side of this fence line here is the St. John's International Airport, and about 1 kilometer from here is where there's a site, a former fire training area, contaminated by forever chemicals, and the culprit there is firefighting foam. Transport Canada is responsible for the site. Last year, it warned people in Pine Ridge that forever chemicals, or PFAS, had spread to some wells in that subdivision of Torbay. By doing his own further tests, Jobst has found contamination in a different area, over 3 kilometers away in a wetland called the Gully.
Oh my goodness.
Jobst tested this family's tap water. It was within Canada's guidelines, but above stricter maximums set by the United States. They bought a filter, worried about the health effects.
Nobody, government-wise, has really been doing anything. It's been a really closed-mouth type of situation. Like, we've had to look into it ourselves.
Jobst found contamination at just over half of the 15 homes he tested near the Gully. 4 were above Canadian limits and 4 above lower American limits. CBC Investigates had independent testing done at some of the sites, and the results were consistent with his findings. What's more, documents show that over a decade ago, Transport Canada knew contamination was spreading downstream. The local mayor is asking Ottawa to expand testing and provide bottled water. Do you think it's acceptable that Transport Canada hasn't tested anyone's drinking water on this road to date?
Well, I can't speak for Transport Canada, as I never would, but I would think that when we advise them that there's PFAS showing up in someone's drinking water, that they would act on that.
Transport Canada said it takes its responsibilities with respect to PFAS seriously. It won't comment further because of a proposed lawsuit on behalf of residents. No one knows for sure how far the contamination spreads.
There are solutions, there's ways to filter this from people's water, but they can't do that if they don't know they have it.
Now, Jobst says he's since gone back and tested the water at 2 of those homes where people now have filters installed, and he says their levels are down to near zero. For comparison, that's less than what you'd find on average in Montreal's city water.
Okay, that's important. Jayla, what do we know about other contaminated sites across the country?
Well, there are some 80 federal sites in Canada that are contaminated with these forever chemicals, and some of these chemicals have been linked to pretty serious illnesses like cancer. We asked Transport Canada to clarify if they're managing the full scope of contamination at the other sites that they monitor and manage, but so far they haven't responded to that.
All right, Jayla Bernstein, thank you.